Good morning, students. We'll be doing the last part of the chapter Properties of Triangles. We'll be solving sums from NCERT book exercise 6.5. In this particular chapter, we'll be concentrating on Pythagoras theorem. Previously, we have learned many properties of triangles in the previous slides. This one deals with Pythagoras theorem. As we all know that Pythagoras was a Greek mathematician, and this theorem is only applicable for right angle triangle or right triangle, where one of the angles is 90° and other two angles are acute angle. Because we have already done angle sum property of triangles, the sum of all three interior angles of a triangle has to be 180°. So if one angle is 90, the sum of other two angles has to be also 90°. So each of them will be lesser than 90 and each of them are acute angles. Now we have to learn what are the names of three sides of a right angle triangle. Here AB is known as perpendicular or height, BC is base, and AC is known as hypotenuse, which is denoted by the letter H. And hypotenuse is always the side which is opposite to the right angle. And one more important property, we must know that hypotenuse is always the longest side of a right angle triangle. Pythagoras theorem states that h square is equal to a square plus b square, or we can say hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. In a right angle triangle, the side opposite to the right angle is called hypotenuse, and the other two sides are known as legs or arms. So square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of squares of its legs, or we can say hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. This is the mind map on the properties of triangle. Triangle is a kind of polygon which is enclosed by three sides, and there are different types of triangles we have already discussed. On terms of the length of sides, if we differentiate triangles, we'll be getting three types. One is equilateral, where all the sides are equal; isosceles, where only two sides are equal; and scalene, where all the three sides are unequal. On the basis of angle, it can be differentiated as acute angled triangle, where all the three angles are acute angles; right angle triangle, where one angle is right angle and other two are acute angles; and obtuse angle triangle, where one angle is obtuse angle and the other two interior angles are acute angles. Now we have learnt already few properties of triangles. One is angle sum property, that is the sum of interior angles of a triangle is 180°. Exterior angle property, that means the exterior angle obtained by producing one side of a triangle is equal to the sum of two interior opposite angles. Triangle inequality property, that means the sum of two sides of a triangle is greater than the third side. Here we have to note down one thing, that angle sum property and exterior angle property, as the names suggest, they are based on the interior and exterior angles of a triangle, but the triangle inequality deals with the side of a triangle. Same as the Pythagoras theorem, which we are going to learn today. Pythagoras theorem is also based on the length of sides. Now the learning outcome of this chapter is, at the end of this exercise, the students will be able to identify the base, perpendicular and hypotenuse of a right angle triangle. They will be able to identify hypotenuse as the longest side of a right angle triangle. They will be able to understand the concept of Pythagoras theorem as hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. And they will be able to prove Pythagoras theorem through an activity. Now here is an experiential learning on Pythagoras theorem. We can also verify whether it is correct or not. So the main idea of this theorem is the area of the square constructed on the hypotenuse of a right angle triangle is equal to the sum of the areas of squares constructed on the other two sides of a right angle triangle. Now, the materials required are colored papers, pair of scissors, Fevicol, geometry box, sketch pens, light colored square sheet. Now, we are having a triangle ABC and the hypotenuse is A, the sides, the perpendicular is B and the base is C. Now, what we are doing, we are making 8 identical copies of right angle triangles of any size, and the right angle triangle whose hypotenuse we are marking as A and we are marking the perpendicular as B and we are marking the base as C. Now we are drawing two identical squares on a sheet of paper where the length of each side is B plus C. Suppose we are taking B as 4 cm and C as 3 cm. In that case, the two squares will be drawing, their side will measure B plus C, that is 3 plus 4, 7 cm. Now, what we have to do, we have to place the 4 triangles in one square and the remaining 4 triangles in the other square as shown in two figures. Here the squares are identical, that means each having side B plus C. Say for instance 3 plus 4, 7 cm. The 8 triangles inserted are also identical. So hence, when we are placing them, the uncovered area of square A must be equal to the uncovered area of square B. So that we can see in the first figure, a small square is obtained. Can we name it square A? So the area of the small square is equal to A square, and the total area of uncovered area in the second square is B square plus C square. So we can say that Pythagoras theorem is verified by this activity. Let us solve few sums from NCERT exercise 6.5. Question number 1. PQR is a triangle right angled at P. If PQ is equal to 10 centimeter and PR is equal to 24 centimeter, we have to find out the length of the side QR. Now QR is the hypotenuse which is opposite to the right angle P, and we can use the Pythagoras theorem. QR square is equal to PQ square plus PR square. So we can replace the values 10 square plus 24 square, that is 100 plus 576 or 676 after adding. So QR will be square root of 676, and I'll teach you in the class how to find out the square root of large number by prime factorization method. So after finding the square root of 676, we are getting QR is equal to 26 centimeter. So hypotenuse is obtained by using Pythagoras theorem. In the second sum, one triangle is given ABC and the right angle in this one is C. So opposite to right angle is AB, that is hypotenuse, and hypotenuse value is given, magnitude is given 25 centimeter, and AC, that means perpendicular, is 7 centimeter. Here we have to find out BC, that is base. So BC square plus 7 square is equal to 25 square, that is Pythagoras theorem. So BC square will be 625 minus 49, that is 25 square minus 7 square. After subtraction, we are getting BC square is equal to 576, BC is equal to root over 576, or BC is equal to 24. So the required length of BC will be 24 centimeter. Question number 3. A 15-meter long ladder reached a window 12-meter high from the ground on placing it against a wall at a distance A. Find the distance of the foot of the ladder from the wall. In these kind of sums, we have to draw the diagram. Diagram is absolutely necessary. Wall is always perpendicular to the floor, and the distance of the foot of the ladder from the wall is A. So base is A, and 12 meter is the height of the topmost part of the ladder, and the length of the ladder is 15 meter, that is the hypotenuse. So if we use Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. So 15 square is equal to A square plus 12 square. So A square plus 144, 12 square is 144, is equal to 15 square equal to 225. So A square is equal to 225 minus 144. So A square is equal to 81. A is equal to root over 81. A is equal to 9 meter. So the distance of the foot of the ladder from the wall is 9 meter. Now we are moving to question number 4. 3 sets of sides are given for 3 different triangles. Which of the following sides can be the sides of a right angle triangle? How to do that? Because the sides of the right angle triangle always follows Pythagoras theorem. So we have to first identify the longest side, because longest side is always the hypotenuse. In the first part, 6.5 centimeter is the longest side. So we are finding the square of the longest side, that is hypotenuse square. So 6.5 whole square is 42.25 centimeter square. And now we are identifying the other two arms, 2.5 centimeter and 6 centimeter. And we are squaring and adding them. It is becoming 2.5 whole square plus 6 whole square, that is equal to 6.25 plus 36, that is 42.25 centimeter square. So we are tallying the values. A square plus b square is equal to c square. So if they are matching, then we can say that the square of the longer side of the triangle is equal to the sum of the squares of other two sides. So the given sides form a right angle triangle. Now we are moving to part 2 of the same question. Here the 3 sides given are 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter and 5 centimeter. The longest side is 5 centimeter. We are squaring it. So hypotenuse square is 5 square 25, that is equal to 25 square centimeter square. Now sum of the square of two sides, that is 2 square plus 2 square, that is 4 plus 4, that is 8 centimeter square. So we can see that hypotenuse square is not equal to a square plus b square. So we can say that the given set of sides cannot form a right angle triangle. Similarly, in the part C, the values which are given 1.5 centimeter, 2 centimeter and 2.5 centimeter. So the longest side out of this is 2.5. We are squaring it to get hypotenuse square. 2.5 whole square is 6.25 centimeter square. Now we are taking a square and b square and adding them, 1.5 whole square plus 2 whole square, that is 2.25 plus 4, that is 6.25 centimeter square. So, here the values of c square and a square plus b square are same. So, these three sides can form a right angle triangle. Question number 5. A tree is broken at a height of 5 meter from the ground and its top touches the ground at a distance of 12 meter from the base of the tree. Find the original height of the tree. Here also diagram is very important. We are thinking that AB is the original length of the tree and it is broken from point C. Remember, C is not the midpoint. It is an intermediate point. It can be anywhere. And after breaking, it is touching the ground at D such that AC is equal to 5 meter and AD is equal to 12 meter. It is given in the question. So, a right angled triangle can be formed by joining CD, where CD is the side opposite to the right angle A. So, CD is the hypotenuse. So, by Pythagoras theorem, CD square is equal to AD square plus AC square. So, 12 square plus 5 square is equal to CD square. 144 plus 25 is equal to CD square. CD square is equal to 169. So, CD is equal to root over 169. CD is equal to 13 meter. But original length of the original height of the tree is AC plus BC. Now, AC is 5 meter and BC is 13 meter. So, what we are getting is AB is equal to 5 plus 13, that is 18 meter. That is the original length of the tree. In question number 6, angle Q and angle R of a triangle are 25 degree and 65 degree. We have to verify whether the following relationships are true or not. Now, we are using angle sum property and it says that interior angle of the triangle PQR, that is P plus Q plus R, is equal to 180 degree. So, P value is unknown to us. We are replacing the values of Q and R. So, P plus 25 plus 65 is equal to 180. P plus 90 degree is equal to 180. So, P is equal to 180 minus 90, that is 90 degree. So, we can say that triangle PQR is a right angle triangle, where angle P is the right angle. So, if angle P is the right angle, the side opposite to the right angle P is QR. QR is the hypotenuse. So, according to Pythagoras theorem, QR square should be equal to QP square plus PR square. So, only the second statement is true, where it is written that PQ square plus PR square is equal to QP square. The other two are wrong. Question number 7. Find the perimeter of the rectangle whose length is 40 centimeter and diagonal is 41 centimeter. The diagram is drawn. So, we know that each angle of a rectangle is 90 degree. So, the triangle ABC is a right angle triangle where B is the right angle, AC is the hypotenuse. So, AC square is equal to BC square plus AB square. So, we can replace the values. 40 whole square is plus BC square is equal to 41 whole square. 1600 plus BC square is equal to 1681, that is the square of 41. So, BC square will be equal to 1681 minus 1600, that is equal to 81. So, BC will be square root of 81, that is 9 centimeter. Now, we know that opposite sides of a rectangle are equal. So, AB will be equal to CD. So, if AB is 40 centimeter, CD is also 40 centimeter. Similarly, BC is equal to AD, each one is equal to 9 centimeter. The required parameter will be, we can use the formula 2 into L plus B also, or we can simply add the length of 4 sides, that is AB plus BC plus CD plus DA. So 40 plus 9 plus 40 plus 9, that will be 98 centimeter. Question number 8. The diagonals of a rhombus measure 16 centimeter and 30 centimeter. Find its perimeter. Let us consider ABCD is a rhombus whose diagonals intersect each other at O, so that AC is equal to 16 centimeter and BD is equal to 30 centimeter. And we know that from the properties of rhombus, the diagonals of a rhombus bisect each other at 90 degree. So 4 right angle triangles are formed. So we are considering right angle triangle OAB, where AB square is equal to OA square plus OB square by Pythagoras theorem, because AB is the hypotenuse opposite to the right angle AOB. We are replacing the values of OA and OB. 8 whole square plus 15 whole square, that is 64 plus 225. If we add, we are getting AB square is equal to 289, and AB will be root over 289. We know that 289 is the square of 17. So AB will be equal to 17 centimeter. So perimeter of the rhombus will be 17 into 4, because in a rhombus all the 4 sides are equal. So 4 into 17 is 68 centimeter. Now let us solve 2 critical thinking questions on Pythagoras theorem. In the first question, one triangle is given ABC, where B is the right angle, and it is given that AC is equal to x plus 2. AC is the side opposite to B, that is hypotenuse. AB is 5 and BC is x minus 3. So by using Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equal to perpendicular square plus base square. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So x plus 2 whole square will be equal to 5 square plus x minus 3 whole square. So we have already learned identities, a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square. We have to use the concept of identity here. So 5 square is 25 plus x square plus 9 minus 2 into 3 into x, that gives us minus 6x. Similarly, if we expand x plus 2 whole square, x whole square plus 2 whole square plus 2 into x. So x square plus 4 plus 4x. So if you simplify, x square and x square will be cancelled. We are getting minus 6x minus 4x, that is equal to 4 minus 9 minus 25. So minus 10x is equal to minus 30 and x is equal to 3. So the required value of x is equal to 3. Here is one more question given. I want everyone to try solving this. One diagram is given and a big triangle is given, and one perpendicular is drawn from the vertex on the opposite side, and the length of the perpendicular is given 12, and the two hypotenuse, each one is 37 degree. You have to find out the value of x in the given diagram. So the big triangle is divided into 2 right angle triangles by the perpendicular, and in each case hypotenuse and perpendicular is provided. So x by 2 will be equal to 37 whole square minus 12 whole square. You have to solve and get half of x. Then if you add them, we will be getting the value of x. If you face any difficulty, please ask in the Teams class. Thank you, children.